Hello, coolers. Welcome to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca, where we are going to be discussing on the latest update. We start with Ousmane Dembele, as a new report is claiming that the Barcelona winger has accepted Chelsea's proposal. We are going to be looking at that as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about President Joan Laporta, who have recently been talking about Barcelona's financial issues. Of course, he claimed that when he arrived at president that last year, the club was almost dead. We are going to be discussing on everything he had to say as we progress. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. In what could be the final chapter of Ousmane Dembele contract saga, the French forward could be on his way to Premier League giants Chelsea this summer. Indeed, according to French outlet Le Sport, Dembele has decided to accept the contract proposal submitted by Chelsea and is all set to reunite with his former Borussia Dortmund manager Thomas Tuchel at Stamford Bridge in the upcoming season. Dembele's 5-year stint with Barca has been full of ups and downs. The 25-year-old arrived at Barca as the man to replace Neymar Jr., who had left for Paris Saint-Germain in a world record €222 million deal back in 2017. However, injuries, fitness problems, and a perceived lack of discipline and professionalism have meant that Dembele has never been able to fulfill his potential at the Camp Nou. Having entered the final year of his contract with the club last summer, Dembele's camp have been in negotiations over a new deal with Barca for a good part of the last 10 months or so, without really showing an indication that they wished to accept Barcelona's proposal. Indeed, Ousmane Dembele's entourage had rejected Barcelona's offer towards the end of 2021, which prompted the club to try and offload him in January, only for the player to refuse to leave and stay put. After a very brief exile, Dembele was brought back into the fold by manager Xavi Hernandez, who extracted the best out of him, as the winger played a key role in Barcelona's rise up in La Liga standings. Dembele's performances, coupled with Xavi's insistence on keeping him at the club, coerced Barcelona to reopen negotiations with the camp over an extension in March. But once again, despite multiple meetings being held, the two parties never really looked close to an agreement. Now, it seems like Dembele has agreed terms with Chelsea and is all set to join the Blues in the summer. PSG had also shown an interest in the winger but decided to pull out of the pursuit after new director Luis Campos took over as director. Dembele had previously excelled while playing under Tuchel at Dortmund, and it might have played a part in his decision to choose Chelsea. The forward entourage have not replied to Barcelona's final contract offer yet and will now move on as free agent when his deal runs out on 30 June. Then on to the next story of discussion. Ahead of the assembly vote over the sales of Barca licensing and merchandise and the TV right next week, Barcelona president Joan Laporta has shed some light on the financial situation that the club currently find themselves in. Barca are embroiled in a deep economic crisis, which has left them powerless to add new players entering the summer transfer window. Unless they are able to resolve the situation before June 30th, Barca could be staring at another difficult summer like last year. However, President Laporta has been working towards triggering the economic levers that could drag the club out of the muddle. Earlier this month, the Barcelona board met and ratified the sales of a percentage of BLM, that is Barcelona Licensing and Merchandising, and the TV rights to bring investment into the club. The decisions will be put into vote in an assembly on June 16, and Laporta in an interview has stressed on the importance of activating those levers while highlighting the economic situation of the club. Talking about how bad the state of affairs was when he took over as president last year, Laporta said, "When we arrived, we could not pay the salaries of the month of May. The economic entities had not received their installment for 3 months. We were almost dead. When we arrived, we managed to revive the club, we restructured the club and its debt. The president then vowed that the club would never fall into the hands of a third-party owner and will remain with the associates, he said. Faced with this, either the club went bankrupt or the shareholders injected money, which is not possible for a club like us, but be sure the club will never belong to third-party owner. The club will always belong to the socios. Speaking about the current situation and the deals that he is working to help to improve our finances, the Barca Supremo said, "We are not responsible for the past management. We have these economic deals that are options to improve the economic situation to remain owners of the club. I can announce that on Thursday, if you vote in favor, you will launch these economic deals. This means that we will have a positive net worth, we will have a normal debt ratio, and we will be able to recruit to be competitive," he said. Further elaborating on the topic, President Laporta said this will allow us to become competitive again against state-owned clubs or wealthy owners. "It is fundamental to remain competitive," Laporta said. Laporta insisted that the club had become much stronger during the 1 year under his administration and can ratify the current situation if the two deals are approved, he said. "1 year after our return, I tell you, Barca is strong. The club has enormous strength to attract capital, investors maintaining our ownership model. If the socios allow us to activate these two economic deals, we'll be fine," he said. "We will explain the two economic deals. We have to finish the year in the positive margin." Laporta also added that the deals would be arranged in such a way that Barcelona have the option buying back the rights of the future when the financial situation is healthy again, he said. "These deals will be signed not just for the sake of it. There will be options for us to buy these deals back as well. They will be done with organizations that are known to us well," he said. The president also spoke about the Espai Barca project during the interview, claiming that there had been slight changes in the plans due to the Ukraine war, but he insisted that the work will begin at Camp Nou from this summer onwards. He said, "Work will begin this summer in the Camp Nou. It is a project that will change everything. We had to change some things with Espai Barca because of Ukraine. The war has increased the price of raw materials," he said. Laporta also confirmed that the fans can attend games at full capacity for the upcoming campaign at Camp Nou despite the work starting. The club will shift their base for the 2023-24 season at Montjuic before returning to Camp Nou for the 2024-25 campaign. He said, "Next season, 100% of the fans will be able to enter the club in 2023-24 in Montjuic and then in 24-25 back to the Camp Nou," Laporta said. He continued by saying, "We already have the financing for the start of the Espai Barca and the works in and around the stadium for next season. We will pay back the Espai Barca with our additional income that this project will bring." So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to do so. Until next time, bye bye.